companies have to give a lot of weightage, and they should actually score people in terms of their performance on the basis of training that they're able to impart to other people. So what happens is that I think the peak of any skill or of learning something is always, like they say, read, write, teach. And teach is the highest level. So when you teach, you are obviously an expert at the game. If you don't teach, that means you're still probably an apprentice. So you need to be able to teach. Teach also means that you're willing to collaborate. So collaboration is a key thing nowadays. You've got to be able to collaborate. That's the only way you can get a quantum output out. If you're a loner, if you are a lone ranger, or if you just work in your own small groove, it's not going to benefit the enterprise. You've got to be able to collaborate. You've got to be able to work as a team. And when you teach, you actually create a lot more network connects with a lot of people. And there's a lot of feedback back and forth that takes place. You get a lot of new ideas. You get a lot of new use cases for what you're teaching, and your learning becomes much more better. So this is something that has got to be, actually it's got to be institutionalized. What happens is, it cannot be informal anymore. So earlier what used to happen in many organizations, so even in GE where I came from, it was very informal. So not everybody, it was done mainly by people who had a liking for teaching. So there was the common Joe, who was there as a part of the team, would never get up and teach. So I think it should filter down to the junior most person in the team. That person should also get up and be able to teach someday. Some part of the skill, so what happens, is that when he learns also, he will start learning it so minutely that he knows that someday he will have to teach. And therefore, people are going to look up to him as if he's a master of that skill and trade. Okay, so everybody has got to teach. You've got to create that as an institution where, people have to teach at certain, at a certain part of their entire work cycle, So they have to come in at a certain stage, start of a project, start of a piece of work, start of a piece of a job, testing phase, design phase, so there has to be, it also becomes like a transfer of knowledge. What happens is that sometimes, there is a single person who has a knowledge. So the moment you ask him to teach, there is a transfer of knowledge. There are more people who get to know what is the knowledge in the guy's head, So that knowledge then gets imparted to many more people, and you don't get worried about the fact that this guy is going to walk out of the door and take the IP and the content with him. So a lot more people get more familiar with what has been taught. So I think it has got to be institutionalized and not become like a one-off.